So it's very early in the morning. It's 6:30. Because my spirit guide. If you haven't been with me before, welcome to my channel. My name is Stella and I paint and draw my own tarot cards. We've got all the normal tarot cards and I've got 25 extra oracle cards. So the reading we're going to do this morning, and I feel very compelled to do it, is career and money. And the reason I'm doing it is because it's featuring very heavily in my personal life at the moment. So this reading is kind of as much for me as it is for you. So pile one, I'm walking to your door. So imagine money walking to your door or new opportunities. Bear with me a second. So if you haven't been with me before, my spirit friends come in when I start a tarot reading and they make me yawn. Got nothing to do with whether I'm tired or not. So we've got yes to money, yes to opportunities, and fairy godmother who might bring you more opportunities and more money. So this is pile one, pile two, pile three. Okay, pile one, pile two, pile three. Okay, let's go to everyone that's picked pile one. So you've picked pile one and I'm walking to your door, which I feel is a very positive card. So we're going to do career and money. Obviously, we're in very difficult times at the moment. People are very worried about their security and about their futures at the moment. So let's have a genuine look at your career and money. And if there are obstacles, let's find ways to actually find you the right direction if we can. Okay, so the other thing that happened to me is in my daytime job, this month I didn't receive an income, okay, and that hasn't happened for quite a couple of years now actually. So I had to do a lot of work on myself to bring that energy back in, because I feel that money is infinite and abundant, and if it's not coming in, it's ourselves to blame, as it were. So I'll put the links below in the description, and there's loads of meditations when you can clean out your base chakra. You can change your mindset and things like that. So one of the things I've been doing, I hope that you don't mind to spend a little time with me just now, is one thing that works for me is to say yes to everything. Okay, so when I wake up in the morning, I say to myself, and throughout the day, I'm going to say yes to all opportunities, all infinite abundance. I'm saying yes to everything that comes my way. So I find that very, very helpful, because then you're in a position of receiving. It's just a sentence that I find very, very helpful to keep saying it throughout the day. I say yes to all opportunities coming my way. I say yes to all abundance coming my way. And this actually worked for me. And also where you can scoop out the bad energy from your base chakra. And this is with Master Co. I think he's Buddhist, okay, and it really, really works. You can almost feel the heavy negative energy coming out of your base chakra, because your base chakra is about your self-worth, okay? So that's a really good one as well. So obviously I know it's very scary having a career and finance reading, because we want it to read that we're going to be super abundant, but life doesn't always work out that way. So let's just see what I can pull out in this reading for you. So this is for everyone in pile 1. This is about career and money. Career and money. What's happening in their career and money, please, going forward? What's happening in their career and money going forward? Okay, so we've got the Ten of Pentacles, which is fantastic, but it has come out reversed. So let's see what that means. We've got looking online. We've got the Emperor. We've got separation. We've got restart, and we've got division. Okay, so what I see here at the moment for you is a lot of worry around money. Surprise, surprise. Okay, so what we're going to do during this reading is to change that energy. Okay, so I see a beautiful home, the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so this is the ultimate abundance in the tarot deck, but it's in reverse. So you're blocked at the moment to this energy. Okay, very blocked at the moment to this energy. And then we've got this looking online. So there's many scenarios. So it could be that you're searching online for new opportunities, or you're searching for new money opportunities to come in, or new career opportunities, or a way in which to shore up your stability. Okay, and you'll find it very, very difficult, and you're very, very worried about this. For some of you, you might have received some sort of financial loss here, which was through no fault of your own. You probably felt that it was, or a loss of stability, very, very unfair situation where you might have been used as a scapegoat. For others, it might be to do with the current times that we're in, because we've got the energy of either a boss or the government, or a large entity, a corporate entity, something like that, which is control of your financial or your career situation. And this energy or entity might have severed your financial situation and your stability here. Okay, so what I see for you is that you're having a fresh start financially, energetically, and career-wise energetically. I do see this card of the Nine of Wands, which sort of tells me that you've been in somewhat of a battle here, okay, but you haven't given up yet, and good for you. You know, you've been in the fight, but you haven't given up the fight. So let's see how we can change this energy, move it around to bring more abundance. It's really good that you've got this fresh start, actually, because what it's kind of saying is, for many of you, I mean, there's many scenarios here, but for many of you, some of you could have had great loss at the moment, seriously, but within that you've found a sense of freedom. Okay, so I'm only speaking to specific people with this. So you might have found a sense of freedom. You might have really ended up with very, very little here, but it's released you to move forward. And there's a really great story, but I hope you don't mind if I share it with you. There's a guy called Matt Monick, and he ran a raw food business, very highly successful. I think he became a multi-millionaire, and someone came into his business to help him, okay, and ended up taking everything away from him. He lost the entire business, but he said that he never felt more calm when he was sitting on his mum's couch. He had nothing, and they were having a cup of tea, and he had nothing more to lose. Okay, he felt such a wonderful relief, okay, that he didn't have any responsibilities of business or employees or anything like that. So in that moment, I do feel that energy is kind of here, okay. So what we want to do, we want to change up this energy, and I'm just going to see how you can change up this energy. How do they change up this energy, please? Let's change up this energy. Okay, great cards here. Right, so we're going to change up this energy. So, really about what I was saying, look at this beautiful card that's coming for you, the Nine of Cups. This is abundance. Aren't you lucky? So I'm not just saying that. This is abundance. Okay. So, as I said at the beginning of this reading, it's very, very easy, although it can feel quite scary, to change up your energy energetically. Okay, because when we've got money worries, we think we've got to go out and get that job, we've got to go and do that thing, and that is the 3D reality. It's absolutely true, but we do live in the world of energies, we really do. And prior to me not receiving an income from my main job this month, I did feel that my energy was really stagnant. It was almost like a lake, you know, where the water isn't moving. I felt it in myself, and then my external world reflected this. And I've had many scenarios in my life where I've had no money and the money's just come in, and it's extraordinary. So what I want you to do is almost imagine that, okay? Imagine that in your bathroom, imagine that on either side of your sofa, imagine that at your front door. And what you can also do is, where money and career is, career is concerned, is that say 10 things, even if they sound absolutely crazy, how money or a new career can come into your life, right? So you could say, like with money, well, I'm going to walk down the road and find a suitcase of money, all right? Probably, you know, it very rarely happens, but say it anyway. Okay, I'm going to get a gift of money from an unknown benefactor, all right? Say any crazy thing. I'm going to receive an inheritance. An auntie of an auntie of an auntie that I didn't know about has passed, and they've left me something. Okay? Someone's going to walk into my life and offer me a brand new career. It can happen. Say at least 10 things, and just open up that energy to possibilities. Okay? And also, when you're saying, I say yes to all opportunities, really feel that there are infinite opportunities in this universe. Infinite. Unlike, I was going to say, unbridled, untapped opportunities. The universe can bring you opportunity after opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. And just say, I'm going to say yes to all of them. Okay? Right, here, this is a really interesting card. Now, I want you to imagine that you're going to get an inheritance. Okay? Now, you might say, well, I know no one's passing in my family, or I don't have a very big family, or no one's going to leave anything to me. Imagine that someone you don't know is going to leave some money to you. We had a very strange thing in our family, actually, where my mother's brother, who we had no, that was a half brother, we had no contact with him at all our entire lives. My mother passed, we met him at the wedding, I said 3 words to him, he passed, I'm feeling quite emotional now, and he left money to all the children in our family. He left money to all my mum's children. How beautiful a gift was that. I didn't even know this person. It came completely out of the blue. So I want you to imagine that you're going to receive an inheritance, okay? And you don't know where it's coming from, and you don't even have to worry where it's coming from, okay? Let the universe sort that out. But what it's also telling you to do is to really manage what you have just now, okay? Manage your money. So this is what I do. I write down where all my money is, okay? So maybe I've got this bank account, or maybe I've got this credit card even. It's not real money, but it's an opening. And then I write down all the areas of maybe passive income and that sort of thing. And I put it on a sheet so I can visually see where I am. And while I'm careful if money is a little bit tight, I also have this really strange thing, and I don't know why. I tend to go to like a tea or coffee shop, and I'll order some like a really special tea and a really nice cake or something like that, right? And I've done this my entire life. When the chips are down, that's what I do. So I actually spend a little bit more than I should. So I think it's me sort of suggesting that I'm worth the luxury of this. Okay, so I want you to go in that direction. I want you to forgive yourself for anything where you feel that you've done something wrong financially or career-wise, where you've messed up in any way. You know, I want you to be very forgiving of yourself with this, okay? And I want you to accept the losses. But I want you to know that in this card, in the sadness, there's these beautiful two cups still entwined. So it makes me feel like you've got somebody around you that is or can be very supportive with you financially or career-wise. You could have a new collaboration coming in here. You could get an offer from someone here. Someone could have their eye on you here, or headhunting you here. If you've got a presence online, it could be something like that. So I feel like there's something stirring here for you. I love this card, the Strength card. It's telling me that you're more in control of your situation than you imagine. You really, really are. And I love the 8. Right, so you've got it twice. This is the number 8. And if I turn that upside down, that's the number 8. This, you're going in a loop. This won't last. Okay, so if you feel like the chips are down a bit, this won't last. Nothing stays static. And although sometimes we feel we're going to go down and down and down, okay, that is a matrix perception. Nothing continues. Everything that goes down has to come back up. It always does. So this is you changing your energy. Let's have a look where we are now. Moving forward for pile 1. Moving forward for pile 1. Let's see this abundance coming in. Or let's see some directions you can go in. Let's see some nice surprises financially. Okay. I am seeing over here in the beginning of your reading with this beautiful house. Some of you might have had quite a degree of luxury in your life. Or some of you might be sort of fighting for quite a degree of luxury in your life. Okay. Let's see the energy now. Moving forward. Okay. So, quite challenging card still, but let's see. There are opportunities coming up for you. This is the 7 of Cups. But you're a little bit unsure which direction to go in with the 7 of Cups, okay? Because you're looking at this emotionally, okay? You feel overwhelmed emotionally, but we do have the 7 of Cups. Let's have a look here. Tell me more about the 7 of Cups, please. So I see there's at least 7 opportunities for you, but you're just unsure. Tell me more about the 7 of Cups. Yeah, what I'm feeling with this 7 of Cups, you do have at least 7 opportunities. I feel like it's saying don't let past situations where career and finance are concerned, okay, shadow your judgment, cloud your judgment moving forward. Look, be the Queen of Swords, right? Get very, very decisive about where you're going, if that makes sense. Okay, get very, very strong. Don't take any crap here, okay, with that. So I feel like there are opportunities, but you do feel emotionally overwhelmed. Maybe something's gone pear-shaped in the past and that sort of thing. Now I do have the Death card, so I just want to check out why it's appeared here. Hopefully it's the death of, you know, any struggles and a lovely rebirth. So let's have a look. Tell me about the Death card, please. Don't be afraid of the Death card, okay? It's an ending, but after death is new beginnings, okay? Yeah, so it is quite positive, actually. So we do have the 2 of Pentacles. This is you juggling your finances and your options. Again, you keep getting this beautiful infinity loop. This is the number 8. Can you see it? It's the same. The 8 and the 8 and the 8, which is gorgeous, right? So you do have decisions to make, all right? With the death card, it's moving forward because you've right. Sorry, can't get my words out. You've got a lot of decisions to make financially. You are going to have these decisions, these options available to you. So I feel from the 7 options, you're going to move to, there's going to be 1 or 2 options available for you. This is, the Hangman is really about decision making. You've been hanging back, you're not sure, but it's come out in the upright. So you're going to be ready. Oh, this is so interesting. You're going to be ready to move forward very shortly. Now, generally, in a tarot reading, after the Hangman, the Death card comes in. You've got the Death card, then the Hangman, which is really, really interesting because usually the Hangman lets go and falls into death, okay, to start a new cycle. You're not doing that. You're doing the opposite. Okay, you're although the Death card is there, you're not falling into death. You're coming out of death into the new cycle. You have options here. So let's see about the financial abundance. Oh, and then we've got the High Priestess. There are, again, you've got all these cards here are so interesting. Let me just bring them down here, right? You've got a lot of decision making here. This is 2 and 2 is decision, 2 and 2 is decision, 2 and 2 is the decision. What I love about this last card is that you are very secure here with the High Priestess. You are strong, you are full of wisdom, and there is a lot of abundance here. Okay, I feel like you're almost harnessing powers around you in your career. This woman sits very comfortably where she is, okay, and she has a lot of wisdom. It's maybe that you've looked through contracts, or maybe looking at the finer detail, say if you're setting something up online. It might be that you're learning new skills, that sort of thing, but you've got the pomegranate, and that is abundance. I feel like for some of you, you're just going to get help from the others, from the spiritual world, from other dimensions, coming into your 3D reality, really pulling that down into your 3D reality. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, so let's just finish this reading off. quite humorous actually. I feel that your financial situation is going to ignite, like literally ignite here. This is a great card of ignition. So your financial and your career situation is going to go off the chart with igniting. Again, it's coming out as the twos. All right, so you're constantly making decisions about to go this way or that way, or between this career or that career, or this income or that income. Now, I feel weirdly that right in the middle of you kind of bringing in like new income, new career and that sort of thing. Now, actually, do you know what? I just got a tap on the shoulder where we're talking about a new career for a lot of you. And I wasn't really aware that I was saying that, because not everybody's moving into a new career, but this is heavily about a new career. But I feel like you're going to go and have a holiday first, okay? You've really been in a battle here. I feel like you're going to have a holiday. Or, okay. What it's saying is you're going to come to a point, okay, in your career and your finances where you can rest, to the point where you could have a holiday. So that's really good. I like that. And there's stability here as well. Now, I've got this really weird card, okay, which is the third party situation. So there's many scenarios why this might pop up. I did hear, please don't ever consider going into the sex industry, okay? Don't consider that, all right? It could be a third party situation here, which has got a little bit of a danger for you, so just be aware of that, okay? So if you're going to be working with another, so you've got your business or your finances, and then there's another person here, okay? Just be careful, because they're not going to be a good influence in your business or your career. Don't go into the sex industry. Don't even think about it. All right, please don't, okay? You don't need to think about that. You don't need to do that, because there's lots of ways in which women can now earn money through, I call it sort of soft porn, you know, sort of Instagram and all that sort of thing, sort of selling their bodies, as it were. So you don't need to do that. There is a hint that for some of you in your new career, it might have a sexual overtone. Okay, so for example, there's a lot of tarot readers that do, you know, sexual tarot. There could be a career basically similar to what I do, where, you know, you're talking about relationships or heartbreak or third-party situations. There's an emphasis for some of you in the beauty industry. I do see that as well. But for some of you, there's a warning here about inappropriateness in the workplace. Okay, so just make sure that you energetically block that. I feel like for some of you, things could light up so quickly here, okay, that you could end up in a situation which is a little bit hedonistic, sex, drugs and rock and roll for some of you. All right, so just be very, very careful that you don't burn yourself out. Interesting reading, I have to say. Okay, so I asked the question, what could they expect in the future? Okay, so I do see you've got you keep getting these cards of separation. Alright, so we've got a separation here, or ending here, and we've got an ending here. This is, this could be a business, okay, here. And we've got, I think it came up elsewhere. Don't be afraid though, don't be afraid, okay? Yeah, and we had loss here. I feel like either you've had a lot of heartache in the workplace or financially or with collaborations or with other people, that sort of thing, which is caused a lot of pain around your finances and your career, all right? I feel very strongly about collaborations here. However, and moving forward, for some of you, it might be time to move on, all right? It might be time to move on here in your work, in your career. And I don't say that lightly, but you don't have to worry because, oh boy, you've got this card. And although it doesn't convey it as well as I would have liked this to, it says 1 in a million. You are about to embark on a 1 in a million experience in your work, in your career. So just let me tell you about this card. One day I was cycling down to the beach in the middle of COVID. Everyone was locked in their houses. 6 o'clock in the evening. I went down this really steep hill, which the sea was at the bottom, and it was silver. It was beautiful, and the sky was pink. And as I got to the bottom of the hill, the most enormous sunset I have ever seen in my whole life, that it just didn't even look real. I've never seen the sun so big. I thought it was actually a spaceship. It was so massive, and there was only me and 2 other couples, right, at the beach, and we were kind of just looking at each other because it was so bizarre. You're away to embark on a 1 in a million experience, 1 in a million finances, 1 in a million career. So don't be afraid of letting go. But can I just say that when you do the energy things that I've suggested, okay, always press into the 3D reality. So, you know, I've started to look for jobs in the more expensive cities, you know, because I know that there's higher income and things like that. So always push your energy. I've just finished putting some photographs up online that I'd like to sell. It was hell on earth trying to get these photographs up, you know. I just thought, you take a photograph, you put it online. No, I had to do this whole new learning thing, right? So always push forward in the 3D, always push forward energetically, okay, like clearing out your chakras and things like that. And then always push forward like mentally as well, you know, like doing affirmations, excuse me, and stuff like that. So I hope that helped you. So that was a lovely ending. 1 in a million. You're way to have a 1 in a million experience. And because that sun is so massive, I really do feel that you've got some really wonderful career and finances coming in for you. Whew. Wonderful. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for everyone in pile 1. Ciao. So let's go to everyone that picked pile 2. So you pick yes, which is very, very positive. So if you're listening to all my readings, some people do, they just press play and just listen to all the card readings. I am going to be repeating myself on this for each reading because I think it's really important. So let's find out what is happening in your career and finances. Let's see what's happening in your career and finances. Let's keep our hearts open because obviously it's quite scary sometimes when we have a career and finance read. because we want to see abundance, and if it doesn't show up, we can feel quite negative. But in my readings, if it's not showing up, I will show you how to move that energy. Okay, so how to career and finances. What's happening with career and finances? Career and finances. What's happening with career and finances, please? Two wands, three cups. I'm going to give this a shuffle, actually. I'm just being told to give this a shuffle. Okay, Wheel of Fortune, fantastic. That's always a great card to have. Queen of Swords, oof, you're not messing about, are you? There's no messing with you, is there? Okay. Backstabber, ooh, okay. Tranquility. Out in the cold. I feel like that should be there, actually. I'll do it that way. Knight of Cups. Ooh. Three of Cups. I'm making a decision. Well, the great thing is that you've got the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, which is a very positive card in the tarot deck, because it was made to signal good fortune. However, as tarot has developed a little bit more, we look at all the cards around the Wheel of Fortune. But you have come to an end of a cycle in your current career and finances. Doesn't mean that you're leaving your job or anything like that. For some of you, yes. For some of you, no. Just means that you're going to go into a brand new cycle. And you're going into this brand new cycle as the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is no nonsense. So if you imagine you with a Queen of Swords and you're sitting in a throne and you've got your sword up, how would you feel as that person? You'd feel as people came to the throne, you would be decisive, you would listen to what they've got to say, you would have an opinion, and you wouldn't do anything where it took away your strength. Okay, so you're coming out very, very strong with this Wheel of Fortune, which is wonderful. Then we've got this beautiful, beautiful card here of this lovely peacefulness coming into your life where your career and your finances are concerned. It is quite an abundant card here, but it's more abundant in a way where things are very beautiful. Life looks really good. You start to feel very comfortable. There aren't any worries, which is amazing, because above here you've got the backstabber. So I do feel in your career and your finances you feel that you've been stabbed in the back here. Alright? And maybe someone's taken from you what they shouldn't have taken from you. Maybe they've been taking advantage. Maybe they've been trying to sabotage you in some way. Okay, maybe you feel like the universe has stabbed you in the back and you have not been getting what you feel is rightfully yours. But with this Queen of Swords, I feel like you're knocking this on the head. I do feel for some of you that I can't help but see it, that your love life might have impacted your finances, or that someone that you have to work with or liaise with might be a client, might be a work colleague, might be a supplier, might be, I'm sort of hearing like if you've got a website platform or something like that, that they're not playing ball with you and you'll find it very, very difficult to manage and to handle. Okay? Because you're feeling left out in the cold with with this energy, all right? So this is a person of collaboration with you. For some of you, it's actually an ex or a partner or something like that, and you've been left out in the cold because you're not getting the support. So it could be a work colleague. You're not getting the support. You're not getting the financial rewards that you feel that you should be getting here. All right. So it could be, you could be working for someone or freelancing for somebody. As I said, it could be just someone in the workplace that is very difficult. And while you're kind of feeling worried or concerned about your career and finances, I don't know if you can see this, but this beautiful stained glass window behind you, what it's saying is everything that you required is there for you. Everything. All the abundance. This is actually a pentacle in the window. So while you're looking out, thinking, "Oh my God," and, for some of you, you might think, "I'm going to be homeless. I'm going to be destitute," and whatever. It's like, no, hello, it's all here. And while I feel this person, it could symbolize. No, I feel it's one person. While I feel this person is causing these problems, I feel over here you've got some real genuine connections coming up, or they're in your life at the moment, which are very, very positive, that are really gonna support you with your finances and your career. Like, it's going to be a pleasure to work with them. It's going to be a pleasure to liaise with them. You're going to get great results. There's going to be a sense of celebration in your career and finances. And I just feel at the moment, maybe you've just been looking in the wrong direction with this. Okay, turn around, turn around here. And I feel here that you're at a point of moving forward, possibly into something new. The great thing about this is if you move into something new, you're not being pushed into something new. You're moving into something new that is a choice for you, a life that you actually want. Okay? Here. So let me just see a little bit more what's going on here. Great. Okay. So what I see here is you'll be really, really pleased about this. I see, and this is the truth, okay, very, very quickly you're going to get a lot of money here. You're going to start getting real collaboration things. The wheels are going to start turning very, very nicely. What you put into your career or your work, you're going to receive the rewards. You might, for some of you, you might have a very generous benefactor come in to your life here and pass down quite a heavy gift to you, financial gift. Quite a large sum of money. This is what I'm feeling here. And I feel it's going to happen very, very quickly. You could get a lot of messages going on prior to this. It could be a client, could be a benefactor, could be a family member, could be a family member that's kind of removed from the family, that sort of thing. So there's something coming in for you. It's very positive. Very, very positive. So we've got this lovely Wheel of Fortune coming in. You're no nonsense. You're getting rid of any negative elements, and it looks like you have been very scared about your future. Okay, but you've got this lovely benefactor coming in. It's funny, this Knight of Cups is sort of reading as many different people. So I feel for some of you, your love relationship has affected your finances. A work colleague is affecting your finances. Or some entity that you, partnership that you work with. As I said, it could be a website or something like that, where you have to go to them to work with them, and it's not been working for you. But I also see this person as a benefactor as well. So this is like I know it's a bit weird, but this is like an energy portal, this person. I don't know if you can see this, right? Sometimes my tarot goes a bit weird, okay? And this is what it's doing now. Can you see down here there's loss, right? With the pentacle. And up here, you're receiving. So your sort of subconscious is all about loss. And then we've got this person in the middle. As I said, it could be a work colleague. It could be an ex-partner. It could be something that you have to work with, as I said, a website, a platform or something like that, which has been very negative. And yet, this is going to transform into the very positive thing that you're looking for. So remove the negative work colleague and imagine that this new energy, this new person is coming into your life that is going to be, there's going to be huge financial rewards here. So sort of superimpose the negative person with the positive person. It's all going to happen very, very quickly. And as I said, over here you've got very positive collaborations here with a group of people. Very, very positive. Real celebration here. Wonderful. Wonderful. And I feel like I need to talk about these sort of platforms if you're online. If they haven't been working for you, if it's been difficult to set up, or you don't understand how something is done, or you're trying to communicate, you know, sometimes with these big organizations like PayPal and Etsy, you can't get a human on the end of the phone. But suddenly it's going to start working. The wheels are going to start turning, which is really, really good. I feel like moving forward, you are going to live more of the life, financially and career-wise, that you actually desire. Just bear with me a moment, guys. I've got some weird cards here. Okay. Okay. So where you've had, I don't know, I feel like it's kind of saying to me that maybe your communication in your business or your career or with your colleagues has been a little bit negative, a little bit nostalgic, a little bit kind of like, oh, that didn't work out for me, why is this happening, blah, 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 da, 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 da. And I feel like moving forward, it's going to be far more positive, far more with a fun spin on it, okay? Or maybe you need to change your energy, the way that you communicate with your clients, with your work colleagues and that sort of thing. Just a little bit more upbeat, just a little bit more fun, okay? Maybe there's going to be a shift here for you. Taking more pleasure in your online stuff as well. Taking a lot more pleasure. Seeing the rewards for what it really is. Oh my God, we've got this card in the first reading. The death card can seem a bit scary, but it's basically an end of a cycle and the beginning of a new cycle. So please don't worry that, oh, I'm going to lose my job and it's against my will and all that sort of thing. No, that's not the situation. That's not the situation. Let me have a look. It's almost like pile one. Oh my God. Oh my God. Double death. and loss. But with a star, shooting star above it. Right, let me just tune in, guys, because these are pretty heavy cards, okay? Right, so I've got a very specific message for you. If you've been in a situation of severe loss, if you've lost in love, if you've lost in career, if you've lost in finances, if you feel all is lost, if you feel like there's been death of career, death of money, death of abundance, and all these sort of things, all is not lost here. And I think this is a very, very important message for pile 2. I have already said that you've got abundance coming in here, maybe a benefactor, okay, coming in here. You've got this lovely, where you're going to feel peaceful and tranquil. But there's real pain here. There's some real pain, real pain here. That's what I'm seeing. I have to just tell you what I see. I feel I need to tell you what I've said to pile 1. The reason I'm doing this reading is because last month in my daytime job I didn't get an income, and it really sparked a lot of fear. And we live in this world, whatever you think it is, whether you think it's a 3D hologram, which this 3D reality, whether you think it's a hologram or whatever you think it is, the fact is, if we don't have money, it's incredibly scary, okay? And so we need to take a three-pronged approach with it. So what I do is I have to shift my fear. So if you're in deep fear, deep loss here, I have to shift my fear, and it's not easy, into something positive. So what I start to say, this is why we've got the yes card, is I find this works for me. You can use your own words. I say yes to every opportunity in the universe. Yes. Yes to abundance. Yes to all money-making ideas. Yes to all career opportunities. Yes to all avenues of finance and abundance. I just say yes. Okay? Now, I do forget to do that. And it's surprising. I can go weeks and I've got this really flat energy. Okay? And then suddenly I'm like, oh my God, yes, of course I can say that. And then I start saying it and it changes everything. So you need to change your thought process of, is the world abundant? Of course it is. Are there people out there with millions and millions and millions of pounds? Yes. Are there people in your city with millions of pounds? Yes, there is. Are there people that think 450, 500 quid spending £1,000 is nothing? Yes, there is. You see them all the time. Do people go and buy a blender for 500? Yes. And then the next day they go and get another kitchen gadget for the same money? Yes. So that money is out there. So if they're wealthy, you can be wealthy. And if we're not receiving wealth, it's only ourselves. Now, I'm a person that hasn't received much wealth in my life, okay? And I'm only now just learning that the universe is really abundant. So if we watch the news, which I don't, but, I can guess what it's saying, everyone's in fear. Am I going to lose my job? The world's going back down in lockdown. How are people going to afford to pay for things? People are literally losing their homes just now, while the politicians, their lives aren't changing. Okay, it's a disgrace. Okay, and sometimes you just feel like the universe isn't there for you anymore. Right, you just can't see how you're ever gonna get through this. And from personal experience, when I lost everything once, I mean, literally, I only had £300 in the bank and I didn't have a job. And I had, all my stuff was in storage. Well, all my furniture, all my belongings was in storage. And the storage money, the payment was coming up. And all I could imagine was that I wouldn't be able to pay for it, and all my worldly belongings, all my furniture, all my clothes, everything would be out on the street, that the storage people just took it on the street. And I can't tell you how, I mean, I couldn't even cope with the thought. I couldn't cope with the thought. And in that moment, when my back was against the wall, I mean, things were bad, you know. I was thinking about not carrying on with life at that point. It was so bad. Suddenly, I had this thought come in that if my back was against the wall, why don't I go and do something that I love, right? Instead of trying to be corporate, this was me, right? Why don't I go down the path that and be more authentic to who I really am? You know, and I was into like healing the body. Stay with me on this, guys. I was into like healing the body and detoxing and all this sort of stuff. Okay, and I just spent 5 years listening to a doctor in Florida who had all these modern healing modalities, and I'm like, well, I'm not qualified, but I'll contact 40 companies, that's what I thought, that were kind of in a more of an alternative arena. Okay, so I did that. Okay, and I built this website that was really alternative, you know, my career website, sort of like a CV website, really expressing who I really was, you know, like at the time I was a raw vegan and all that, and I put all that in, okay, and applied for about 40 different companies, and one company turned around and said, yeah, actually, I think we might have a job for you, and that's the job I'm doing today, okay, and it was a job that I didn't even know existed. I didn't even know people did this job, right? So my daytime job is I create recipes with superfoods, right? So I create recipes with superfoods for people who want to sell on the commercial market. So I didn't even know that job existed. All I knew is that I love superfood. I bought superfoods. I'd been a raw foodist. I'd watched like 10 years of everyone moving into the raw food movement. You know, I'd detoxed my body. I'd healed myself of, you know, so all that. I'd healed myself of an illness through eating healthy and all that sort of thing, okay? And out popped a job. So I feel with these cars, there's a lot of worry here. I also feel with this reading, if you know this change is coming, if you feel you're being pushed into change and you're really, 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 really scared, don't be scared. Because we've got the shooting star here. Okay? And the shooting star is all about timing. And I see here in the debris of how you feel, okay, or how you might feel, is that you've got this lovely some sort of collaboration. It's here and it's here. Some sort of collaboration, some sort of benefactor, some sort of lovely energy of exchange here. Six of Cups, Six of Pentacles is very generous. You've got lovely balanced cards here. So I feel like you're almost worrying unnecessarily. I feel like there's a lot of worry, a lot of loss, a lot of pain. Okay? And I feel if you come to that transition, and I know it doesn't help much, because we don't want to feel like our lives are going to change without our permission, okay? But you've got something very magical coming in. Very, very magical. Very magical coming in. I'm being told to tell you as well that some of you know that you have to move on from where you are. You know it. Okay? And you need to take those steps. So I don't know if I got distracted. So you can do the mindset. You can say yes to everything. Okay? And then you need to do the thing in the physical world. You know, so you start building passive income. You start, you know, you put it out there into the universe in a physical way. You know, you start looking for new opportunities. So you do it in your mind, you do it in your heart, and then you do it in the physical world as well. Right, so you need to clear out your energy as well, and I'll put the links below so you can clear out your base chakra and to allow more things to come in. It's really funny. I did it for myself the other night. It doesn't take very long. No, I did it one morning. I was clearing out my base chakra of all the negative stuff because it's about receiving. And my neighbour literally appeared at my door almost straight after with a small gift. You know, and this is what happens. You know, I believe we're in a holographic universe game, in a virtual reality. It's a very difficult game. It's very difficult to know the rules of the game or to hack the system. And then sometimes I go offline, as it were, and I forget about all these things we can do, and I end up in this 3D reality really scared and frightened. And then I go, oh, I can do this, and I can do that, and I can do the next thing. And it's only this last couple of days that I've changed my energy. Sorry, I'm speaking about me, aren't I? And the money has started to flow in again. All right, it started to flow in again, and I couldn't change it for it's been about 4 weeks now. No, 6 weeks. I just could not change my energy. I just couldn't. I was so in fear. Okay, so let's have a look after this death cards. Don't be scared of the death cards, okay? It's about organic changes. Oh, great. That was in the reading before. So, moving forward, you're coming out of, I need to make this decision, I don't know what to do, into being progressive, very, very strong, very much in control of your life, which is really, really positive financially. I just want to see what level of finance you could achieve moving forward. What sort of level of finance could they achieve in the immediate coming out of this scenario? Wow, really positive. All right. So when you get a love card, look at that world card, that beautiful flower. When you get a love card in a finance reading, it's a lot of abundance. Okay, and this is going to come very swiftly to you. Okay, like pow, it's going to come very, very swiftly. See, we've got it swift here. Yes, we've got it swift here, and we've got it swift here. You've got a lot of abundance coming in. A lot. Look, you've even got the world card. Wow. The whole world is going to start giving you abundance. Wow. With this lovely Knight of Swords coming in, which is, it's almost like the universe is really decisive and go, right, there you go. So out of something that is ending here, okay, something's organically ending, or maybe you feel something has organically ended. As I said, this person, a work colleague, an ex-lover, is almost transitioning to a benefactor. okay? You've got a lot of abundance coming in, a lot. Real beauty. So we've got this lovely lilies coming in here. So hey, listen, you're in a cycle of massive change. Massive change at the moment, whether you like it or not. Harness that and live the life that you want to live here. Okay, great. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that. And thank you so much to everyone on pile 2. And since we're talking about money, I need to put a link. Do pop it over and have a look at these photos I've uploaded, which are not many, about Italy. Oh, I didn't mention that, did I? So one of the things that I'm trying to do is build passive income. And I thought, well, I'll just upload all my beautiful photos that I've taken in Italy. Oh my God, it was so hard. I had to learn all this new software. I had to learn about all these new aspect ratios. It took me forever. And one photo, I had to redo it like 20 times. One photo. So I've only got 4 up at the moment, but they're coming. And I almost gave up. I thought, I can't do this. It's way too difficult. All right. And something said, no, just keep going with this. Because I'd uploaded everything and then I felt like the colours weren't right. Sorry, I'm chatty this morning. And so I downloaded it and then I had to go and learn Lightroom. Okay. And I learned Lightroom software. And then I was playing around with it and everything like that. And then I was doing all the cropping or learning how to crop. And then I was learning about aspect ratios. Oh my God, what a mind bend. An absolute mind bend. But I got there in the end. And so will you. Okay, Fairy Godmother, pile 3. So let's see what's happening for pile 3. It's a little bit crazy, my reading this morning. I started this. I can't sleep right at the moment. My sleep is all over the place. Started this at 6:30 and it's 7:30 now. Just gone 7:30 in the morning. So let's have a look. Pile 3. Let's have a look. Pile 3. Career and finance. Let's have a look. Now I know it's very scary. I am repeating myself on each reading. I know it's scary having a career in finance because you're like, please make it so that I've got lots of money, okay? But I am a very truthful tarot reader, so I do read what's coming out, and there has been some challenges in these readings, and that reflects life, doesn't it? Life is very challenging, and the reason I'm doing career and finances at the moment because it's featured very heavily in my life just now. And this month, in my day job, I didn't get an income. Wow, and that hasn't happened for a couple of years now, and I was really shocked. Okay, it's the type of job that I do. It's very consistent, and I didn't get an income, and that spiraled me into a lot of fear. Okay, so let's do pile 3. Let's see where you are with your career and finances. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so we've got the contract, we've got the 5 of Wands, we've got separation, we've got the lovers. The lovers is different in a career reading. 1 in a million, fantastic. Narcissist, that's also different, meaning and worry. Very similar to the other readings. So at the moment there's a lot of worry and a lot of fear around contracts and money. Contracts are generally all about money, aren't they? You know, you have a contract for insurance, you have a contract when rent a new apartment, you have a contract when you buy a car, you know, you have a contract when you get married. There's a lot of worry around contracts. Maybe you just can't get your head clear at the moment with all these different contracts. For some of you, it might be, I just have to put it out, there might be tax and things like that as well. Okay, and maybe you're just trying to work out what you can do in your contract, what you can't do in the contract, how to release yourself from a contract, how to get into a new contract, you know. So there's a lot of that going on in your money, your career at the moment. I do see for some of you that you've been in a collaboration with somebody, okay, or something like in a business or something like that. Okay, the Lovers means collaboration, means harmony and union, okay, between two people, but it can be a person and an actual entity, like a business, an organisation or something like that. And there's either fear around this collaboration, a fear of separation, or it has actually separated here. Okay. What's a little bit worrying here is that we've got the narcissist and the worry. So it could be that you are dealing with somebody, in some area with money or career, who has narcissistic traits. I mean, a lot of bosses have narcissistic traits. And what that means is that they're really doing stuff for themselves first. They don't have your interests at heart. And this is very, very important. So remember that when you're dealing with contracts, okay, or you've left a career or a way to leave a career or a job or something like that, or you've had a loss of money, whoever's in your sphere is really looking out for themselves, and this is causing you a lot of worry. Now, you might be over worrying unnecessarily, to be honest, because what we've got in here is a 1 in a million, which is a beautiful, beautiful card coming your way. Out of all this chaos, you've got a 1 in a million card coming here. So something really abundant and amazing is coming for you. What I want to do is just pick these cards up and relay them down, just to see if I can see different relationships here. Just bear with me. Yeah, I feel like for some of you, a business relationship, or, sorry, I'm just looking for my remote here. I've lost it. A business relationship or a work colleague type situation, or a partner in the workplace or something like that has gone pear-shaped. If it hasn't gone pear-shaped, don't trust them, because they're bringing in a third-party energy, or they're thinking about leaving or getting out of the scenario, and they're causing you a lot of problems. Look at that. This makes more sense this way. Okay. So it's all around contracts, it's all around agreements, it's causing you a lot of worry. There could be a lot of conflict, a lot of argument, a lot of competitiveness here, a lot of push and pull. There's like a third party, so there could be saying negative things about you to somebody else. They could have brought a third party in which you feel is going to separate your business relationship or your partnership or something like that. Okay, if you're working for a company, it's the same scenario. Your boss or someone like that might have narcissist tendencies, and they're not looking out for you at all, by the way, at all. If it's a financial situation, same situation. There could be some sort of loss here around contract. It's causing you a lot of worry. This person, maybe who you thought had got your back in this financial situation, doesn't have your back at all. But don't worry, because you've got the 1 in a million card. So I am repeating myself a lot. If you're listening to all the cards, I'm repeating myself a lot, because I feel it's really important. So you've got this 1 in a million card. It's a beautiful, beautiful card. It was based on an experience I had. It was during COVID. I cycled down to the beach, down this really steep hill with trees on either side, and the angle of the hill made the water look silver. It was breathtaking, and there was this beautiful pink sky. I mean, it was just heavenly, better than any painting. And as I hit the bottom of the hill, this fucking massive orange sun was sitting on the water. I had never seen a sun so big. And there was just myself, because it was during COVID, everyone was in lockdown, which was an absolute sin. So no one was at the beach. And there was just me and 2 other couples, I think, one on a motorbike, one on a car, and I was on my bike. And we were absolutely just mesmerised. And I thought, that's not a sun, that's a friggin' spaceship. It was too big, like I've never seen it. And I feel like there's just so much beautiful abundance coming into your life. And I'm not just saying that to make you feel happy. And it's a 1 in a million chance that's coming in for you. This was in the last reading as well. So I feel like you're in a lot of chaos here, financially, emotionally, and career-wise, okay? You're in a lot of chaos, but look what's emerging. This beautiful sunset is coming in. Beautiful, beautiful. The sun is abundant, and this is abundance. I feel like the sun is going to set in such a beautiful way out of all this chaos. Okay? Don't trust anybody over here. Think of yourself, put yourself first, make sure that you're okay. Okay? I'm a person that I've given hundreds and hundreds and thousands of pounds away in relationships, jobs and things like that. Okay, don't do that. Make sure that you're okay. Alright. So moving forward, what have we got going on here? Wow, this was in the last reading as well. Oh my God. You don't have to worry. There's no worries for you. You don't have to worry. Your worries are over. If you're worried, your worries are over. Because, first of all, you come out as the 9 of Pentacles. Wow, this is a very abundant card. This is a woman living in luxury. Look at her beautiful clothes, her necklace, her hair, all beautiful. This is a woman living in luxury. The 9 of Pentacles. Wow. Okay, you've got this beautiful world love card. Okay, so in a career reading or finance, this means a massive abundance. So love equals abundance. And it's the world card. It's like the whole world is going to give you this beautiful abundance. Wow, incredible. And then we've got the 4 of Pentacles, where you could actually be receiving a large sum of money or an inheritance, something like that coming your way. Okay, and also with this card as well, it's saying be very strategic around your money. Okay, so it's not saying be a miser. Yes, be careful, but in a different sort of way. So what I do, and I've repeated this in my other readings, is when I feel up against the wall financially, I write down where all my finances are. So you might have some credit cards, you might have one bank account, a current account, a business account, you might have a PayPal account, an Etsy account, whatever. And I write down where all that money is. And I often say to myself, like, if I've maybe got £1,000 here or something like that, and it doesn't feel very much money, I might go, well, it's a hell of a lot more than £100, isn't it? Because I have been in a situation in my life when I've only had £100 in the bank. Okay? So if you've got 1,000, you think, well, 1,000's not going to get me very far. But it's a damn sight more than 100, isn't it? Or 0. Okay? So try to change my mindset. And then I look at all the areas where the money is, I sort of calculate it up, and then I sort of put a spin on it, like I've just told you. I sort of say, well, it's not zero, okay? And then I do energetic meditations as well to clear my base chakra. Okay, so your base chakra is about self-worth and receiving. So I'll put the link below, and it really, really works. Okay, so after I did one meditation, literally, I did the meditation, went and had a shower, got dressed, and my neighbour turned up at the door for a small gift. So I immediately went into receiving mode, and then other things started coming in. And something that I do for myself is, and I can forget to do it, right? And I didn't do it for a good 6 weeks, is to start to say yes to everything. This works for me. Okay, say yes to every career opportunity, say yes to every money opportunity, and go throughout your day. Sometimes I like to go and cycle and say, I say yes to every opportunity. I say yes to every opportunity of abundance. I say yes to every career opportunity. I say yes to every money opportunity.